Dear men over 40, stop doing this. If you want to build muscle, if you're over 40 and still training like you're in your 20s, you're not just wasting your time, you're sabotaging your gains. In this video, I'm going to share 5 things you must stop doing if you want to build muscle after 40. These are the same mistakes I see with new clients all the time, and once they fix them, everything changes. More strength, better recovery, and finally looking like they actually lift. From slow and steady to fast and furious. In fact, fixing number 4 alone could be what takes your results. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Number 1. Ignoring injuries. That nagging shoulder or cranky knee is not just part of getting older or lifting heavy. It's your body waving a red flag. Overuse injuries don't explode out of nowhere. They creep up quietly when you ignore discomfort and keep hammering away movements your joints clearly don't like. Let's get one thing straight. Pain is not a badge of honor, it's information. And ignoring joint feedback is one of the fastest ways to wreck your training longevity. This isn't to say you should stop training hard or lifting heavy, but you should prioritize movement quality and joint-friendly exercises. If a lift feels sketchy, don't do it. Take a barbell deadlift, for example. Sure, it's a solid lift and it feels good to move big weight. But if pulling from the floor with a straight bar tweaks your lower back, just switch to a trap bar. One study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that trap bar deadlifts reduce forward torso lean and horizontal bar path by over 75% compared to straight bar deadlifts. This translates to less stress on the lower back and hips, while still targeting the same muscle groups. The same goes for flat barbell bench presses. If it's causing shoulder pain or discomfort, swap it out for dumbbells to let your joints move more naturally. The bottom line is this: you have to stop letting your ego make decisions your joints have to pay for. Training after 40 isn't about avoiding hard work. It's about training smarter so you can keep showing up pain-free for years to come. Number 2, eating like a child. You're not 12 anymore. If you want to stay fit and healthy in your 40s and beyond, it's time to start eating like an adult. I'm not saying you can't enjoy your favorite treats every now and again, but gone are the days when macros were the only concern. Because now it's not just about gaining or losing weight, and it isn't even about building muscle or losing fat. It's about getting the nutrients necessary for optimal health, hormonal function, performance, and longevity. And here's the thing: most guys aren't eating like adults. It's not just the junk food, it's the fact that they're not eating real food. I'm talking about fruits, vegetables, fiber, micronutrients, stuff your body actually needs. If you want to keep your testosterone up, your heart healthy, and your energy levels stable, according to the CDC, only 1 in 10 adults eats enough fruits and vegetables. And that stat is even worse for men over 40. Low intake of produce has been linked to everything from inflammation and insulin resistance to heart disease, depression, and even reduced testosterone. So no, eating like an adult doesn't just mean cutting back on snacks. It means putting more of the good stuff on your plate. And every time you say yes to ultra-processed snacks, you're not just spiking your blood sugar, you're also saying no to the nutrients that support your performance, recovery, and longevity. Take a look at the calories in a single Oreo. You could eat almost a full cup of grapes for the same amount. And I get it, I can't open a pack of Oreos without eating the whole sleeve either. But that's why I don't keep them in the house. Now, if you must give in to cravings, at least try to minimize the damage, or even set yourself up for success by making some smart swaps. If you crave sweets at night, don't keep cookies in your kitchen. Instead, have some Greek yogurt. Research shows that casein promotes extended muscle protein synthesis and improves overnight recovery, and Greek yogurt is a great source of it. Not only that, it's high in protein, which is the most satiating of all 3 macronutrients. And if you toss in some berries, even better. Number 3. Program hopping. The best training program isn't the flashiest. It's the one you actually stick to. For men over 40, consistency is king. Not novelty, not random workouts, not going by feel. Just showing up and executing a structured plan over and over is what separates the guys who keep making gains from those who plateau or even regress. You see, if you keep hopping from program to program, you're never giving your body enough time to adapt, build momentum, or master the lifts to drive significant muscle growth. Instead, pick a proven program, something built on progressive overload and structured volume. Stick with it for at least 8 to 12 weeks. Track your numbers, focus on key lifts, and let your nervous system and muscle fibers actually learn what they're supposed to do. Repeating movements builds more motor control and neuromuscular efficiency. That means more muscle fibers recruited with each rep, more tension applied, and ultimately more growth. If you're constantly switching exercises, your body never gets the chance to fine-tune this process. And yes, doing the same workouts can get boring, but the most jacked guys in their 40s aren't in the gym to have fun. They're there with the purpose of building muscle, getting strong, and improving their quality of life. Random workouts lead to random results. If your training doesn't have structure, your gains won't either. Number 4, staying up late. You can lift hard, you can eat clean, but if you're not getting enough sleep, none of that will matter. You see, sleep is where most of our recovery happens. It's where your body repairs tissues, balances hormones, and builds the muscle you train so hard for. And as you get older, recovery rates slow down, especially not without proper rest. Research shows sleep directly supports biological regeneration, muscle preservation, and physical performance. In other words, no sleep means no gains. Not only that, but around the age of 30, men begin to lose about 1% of their testosterone per year. Adding poor sleep to that mix is like pouring gas on the fire. In fact, one study showed that just 1 week of restricted sleep slashed testosterone levels by up to 15%. And if that wasn't bad enough, this study found that when participants followed the same calorie-restricted diet, those who slept 5.5 hours per night lost the same amount of weight as those sleeping 8.5 hours. But get this. Sleeping 5.5 hours resulted in 55% less fat loss and 60% more muscle loss. It's pretty safe to say that if you're not sleeping at least 7 to 9 hours per night, you'll never maximize muscle growth. Number 5, ignoring mobility work. Tight joints limit performance and increase the risk of injury, but most guys skip mobility work because it's boring. Those same guys then turn around and complain that their knees hurt when they squat, or they can't bench press without their shoulders popping. Back in our 20s, a warm-up meant doing a few lighter sets of the exercise we plan to do. And sure, that type of warm-up can still work, especially if you're ramping up strategically. If you're a bit banged up or your mobility has declined, however, that warm-up style is like driving on bald tires in the rain. It's possible to pull off, but you're at a much higher risk of running off the road. Many men plateau not because they're too old to grow, but because they've let movement quality deteriorate over time. Remember, if you stop moving through a full range of motion, your body gradually forgets how to do it. And that's when stiffness turns from protective to limiting. Without good joint mobility, muscles can't contract efficiently under load, meaning your training becomes less effective and pain starts creeping in. Thus, mobility isn't just extra work. It's essential. It's what makes your strength training safe, effective, and repeatable. So if you want to be as mobile as you can, carve out 5 to 10 minutes a day or do 2 20 to 30-minute sessions per week. It doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be consistent. And while mobility work won't get you jacked, it will ensure that you can continue training in a way that does for a longer period of time. Did you find this video helpful? If so, click the like button below so YouTube hopefully shows this to more people. And if you're not already subscribed, I would truly appreciate it if you were as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.